Lord, I want to see again. 30th Sunday in Ordinary Time, 24th of October, reflection. Blindness is a terrible block in a person's life who is in a journey. We had been reflecting upon the journey which is Hodos according to Mark, journey towards discipleship. So in the beginning of this journey, it's very clear how the journey starts with a blind person, miracle of a healing of a blind person in Mark chapter 8 verse 22. And today the gospel ends it with another blind person. And blindness, it shows how this we call Markan sandwich. The whole scenario when Jesus spoke about his passion, death and resurrection 3 times. That is the paste of the sandwich and the filling of the sandwich, and the 2 slices are the incidents of 2 blind people, my dear friends. So this particular person, Bartimaeus, was a blind man, but then his name, very specially, his name is indicated, mentioned. Why? Normally, the people who experience miracles, healings, there were lepers, there were blind people, deaf people, even dead people. Their names are hardly mentioned. But then here we find this person's name was emphatically emphasized. Bartimaeus, blind beggar, son of Timaeus. Bara means son of, Timaeus means, my dear friends, honor. So his name is son of honor. But then this honored man is begging like a wretched person, broken, crushed, thrown. And the Lord is dealing with this broken man. The first reading we find how Jeremiah was speaking about the promise of the Lord, giving hope for the lost, stranded and exiled people. Because Israelites were exiled by Babylons when Jeremiah spoke to the people, giving hope. Normally he was complaining, allegation of God against the people, but then especially chapters 30 to 33, it spoke about hope that the Lord is giving them. And then that hope speak about the remnant, the remaining people who are insignificant, of no use. They are not important. People, and especially the remnant, is identified with blind and lame. They are cornered, they are looked down upon. The Lord is using the remnant. That Lord is using that blind person today and for the glory of God. If you read John chapter 9, disciples ask why this person is blind, because of his sins or his parents, generational curse. The Lord is saying no, because of this weakness he is going to experience the glory of God. So in the same way, from the ransom the Lord is going to perform the miracle. That's why those who are crying, with weeping they shall come, and with pleas for mercy I will lead them back. I will make them walk by brooks of water. So great company they shall return here. So in the gospel also we find a multitude of people, many in numbers. And also this Hodos, the journey is like the journey towards the promised land. From Egypt, from that exile, they were journeying towards the promised land in the desert. So, and in the journey, they found Jericho as a block, Jericho as a stumbling block. Wall of Jericho, if you remember, Joshua was asked to go around it 7 times with the tabernacle, 7 days, and the 7th day, 7 times with the tabernacle, and they make a loud noise before the wall. The wall was broken, smashed, crushed into dust. So here we find Jesus into the promised land, Jerusalem, which they were completely given freedom because of the ransom for sin, as the high priest who bridged the gap between sin and the people and God. Because of sin, the gap was created, And now, not Joshua, rather Jesus is breaking not the walls of Jerusalem, not the walls of Jericho, but the walls of blindness, which block the sight, which block the doors, way to discipleship. Because Peter rebuked when Jesus spoke about the passion of himself. And then James and John, despite his teaching about passion, they wanted two sides, the glory. They were completely lost, my dear friends. So that's why Markan's message is brought forth with two blind people. Today this person is blind and Jesus is going across Jericho towards Jerusalem. So it's another hordes of Exodus. Another new Exodus, not with Moses or Joshua, but with Jesus. Breaking the walls of Jericho in the mind. The blindness was taken away. So in the journey we find, my dear friends, how this blind man was seated and he heard that the son of David heard Jesus of Nazareth is going. Faith comes by hearing. Romans chapter 10 verse 17. So then he shouted, Son of David, have mercy on me. Then he believed. He cannot see anything, but he heard. Faith comes by hearing. And then if you believe, you will be connected. And if you profess, you will be saved. Romans chapter 10 verse 10. So this person is shouting, Son of David. It's a messianic term where the Lord he's believing, he's going to, the Messiah is here. Those who had physical sight, they could not see. But this person, though he was blind, he saw in his faith and said, Lord, have mercy on me. He believed that I am blind, I'm sick, I'm a sinner. He accepted. So a lot of people, they were hypocrites. Here he came up with the truth of the heart. And my dear friends, many rebuked him, telling him not to asking him to be silent. That's the way of journey. If you want to go to the Lord, there are a lot of blocks. A lot of people hinders your journey. You have to put your every possible strength to overcome that. None could stop him. So he shouted more and said, Son of David, have mercy on me. He just wanted the connection. He just wanted the connection as the branch is connected to the vine. And Jesus stopped by. Jesus stopped. Your ardent pleading can make him stop. So he stopped and asked. Jesus stopped and said, call him. So it's a calling. And he called him. And people had to go and convey the message. So blind person, this Bartimaeus had to accept the people's message. If you don't want the messenger, you will miss the message. So the very people who blocked him now comes with the good news. He was not biased by what happened earlier. He just accepted it. And see the reaction. And he take heart. The people said, take heart, get up, he's calling you. So the encouragement the people were giving him, that's our calling too. It's a mission Sunday. We have a mission to encourage people to go to the Lord. And then he throwing off his cloak, he sprang up and came to Jesus. It's a very awkward position, isn't it? Throwing his cloak. I mean, that's dirty, stinking cloak, which covered him all the time. Because he knows there's a new life. Jesus is going to give him a new life. He went to him. Jesus asked, what do you want me to do? When he asked James and John, they said, we want positions. But then he want light and sight. And finally he said, and followed him on the way. He was healed, followed him on the way. He became a disciple. This is not a healing, rather it's a calling for discipleship. This is the last disciple before entering Jerusalem. Bartimaeus got the sight and followed the Lord. Amen.